With hypothesis that the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal became reassessing their assist for deputy presidential hopeful Paul Mashatile, it appears different substantially essential provinces should be part of forces, and moreover paralyze his possibilities of succeeding on the December convention. According to Mail and Guardian journalist Liz Tandwa, the ANC in Eastern Cape has agreed at its Provincial Executive Committee Assembly this afternoon that they may got down to interact with Mpumalanga to speak about the scenario concerning the deputy president function. The provinces assist Oscar Mabayan and Ronald Lamola respectively, and they'll have visible that both candidate might have a especially small danger to offer Mashatile a longer term for his money. However, it's miles understood that they're thinking about to horse change via way of means of agreeing to assist Mabayan for the deputy president function, and Lamola for the treasurer standard, or contrary-wise. It is really well worth remembering that each of them are part of President Cyril Ramaphosa's camp, and at the same time as a few have argued that the CR camp seems disorganized, it appears the Eastern Cape leaders have recognized it, as a result their attention to consolidate their faction. Quite curious however curiously is the reality that the pony buying and selling for votes should negatively affect Mashatile, who if he have been to lose the assist from KwaZulu-Natal, might discover it tough to preserve up. Similarly, some other person who should lose assist is Ramaphosa's near ally, Dr. Bijani Chalk, who has garnered the best wide variety of nominations for the treasurer standard function. With below 3 weeks left till the delegates converge at Nasrec, it's miles one's opinion that we may be in for a large surprise as some distance as many Pinnacle 6 positions are concerned, due to the fact fascinated events are running tirelessly, and thinking about that the convention has already been dubbed a watershed moment, there may be absolutely nevertheless a lot in store. Again, President Cyril Ramaphosa will face parliamentary oversight on fronts this week, because the unbiased panel probing whether or not he violated the constitution with inside the Pala count number, submits its file on Wednesday. Ramaphosa may even seem earlier than the National Council of Provinces on Thursday to reply oral questions. The unbiased panel's file could be a lot-awaited dinner party for the eyes of MPS, because it intends to reply whether or not Ramaphosa has a case to reply for the February 2020 Pala robbery. National Assembly Speaker Nosivile Mapising Kakula appointed the panel in October, following a request via way of means of the African Transformation Movement. Former Chief Justice Sandal Nkobo heads the panel. The very last file's final results might also additionally swing to distinct interpretations of the political spectrum. The panel is probing whether or not Ramaphosa violated Section 96, 2a, examined with Section 83b of the Constitution. And if he violated Section 34(1) of the Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act of 2004. The file became due weeks ago, however the panel asked an extension that Mapising Kakula granted. Parliament will debate the file on 6 December, per week earlier than the ANC's non-compulsory convention begins off-evolved at Nasrec in Johannesburg. There stays a lot hypothesis approximately whether or not the file's results will taint Ramaphosa's possibilities at a second time period. Last week, he advised reporters on a nation go-to the UK he did now no longer consider the Pala scandal might affect his time period if he became re-elected. Other political topics this week encompass the go-back of suspended public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebene's impeachment inquiry on Monday. The inquiry became halted in advance this month, finishing with Mkhwebene's endorse, Darlene Pofu, protecting her use of Paul Ngbene's services. Ngabeni isn't always an endorse and became utilized by Mkhwebene's workplace in felony representation. Pofu denied Mkhwebene knew the statistics on the time of hiring Ngabeni. The equal defense line is anticipated whilst the inquiry resumes. The NC non-compulsory convention fever will hold to choose up momentum this week, because the party's management contenders have been anticipated to seem at political lectures, luring ANC branches for assist. ANC Treasurer Standard Paul Mashatile,